How you all going? I'm gonna go on another little trek. This time hopefully won't be a fail. If you didn't watch that video, it's up there or something. Hey, it's Carol. I don't know if you saw that. Anyway, I'm gonna go just camping into solo nature. There's a beautiful little ancient kind of creek system there. It's just lovely there. I have checked the weather and it doesn't look like it's gonna rain. Although I don't have my guitar and all that crazy tech that I did last time, I've minimised it probably about 2/5 of what I had on that trip. So I gotta have my cameras because I've got to like document it. Do I got to? Well, I'm gonna anyway. Oh, I brought my laptop, so I may want to write some lyrics, write some poems. I've been thinking about writing more lyrics lately because when I play live or do one of my random little things like this video, I've got nothing to say, and then I never know what I'm gonna say. No pre-written lyrics come out, which would be nice if that kind of did in my freestyles. It's good to have like, you know, a repertoire of verses and or poems or you know, things that you can go to off the top of your dome is where it's just completely fresh coming up from the high sauce from above. Getting off topic. I've got my backpack, I've got my camera bag, I'm gonna get in my car, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get a little bit of food at the supermarket and I'll see us there. Don't even fit in the cheeky little flute on the side. Might have a little toot. Righto, we're off. Shit, I nearly forgot my phone. Nah, just joking. Just comedic purposes only. Oh, there goes my glasses. Here I am in the middle of nowhere, out in the sticks. I've got this overwhelming sense of being very connected to the land. It's hard to think of the words to explain this exact feeling. I grew up out in the sticks, so I kind of feel at home out here, and especially near a watercourse. Nature and the world is beautiful. We as humans have got to start taking more care of it. And just go out and just appreciate it, and you'll get this feeling, go like, oh yeah, nature is awesome. And some people say like, oh, I'm just scared of snakes and stuff. Nah. Scared is not the word. I have heightened awareness when I'm walking around. And it really connects you to the moment as well. Always looking around, always being present. Copying the Mozzies. Last time I came down here, I was actually camping for about 3 nights. And on the first night, I was taking a shot with GoPro, and I quickly went to go and turn it off and nearly stood on a red-bellied black snake. The time I went camping before that, I was presented with the same kind of situation with the snake, and I ended up killing it and eating it. And it was tasty. Didn't get much meat off it. But this time I was like, am I going to do the same thing, or am I going to kill that marshmallows? so many mosquitoes. This is epic. Am I going to kill this snake? But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give in to the fear, give in to the biting scenario and me going to hospital, whatever. I didn't want to concentrate on that kind of fear. And you know, at the end of the day, if that happens, if that's the way I'm meant to go, so be it. At least I go doing what I love to do. I've arrived here a little bit late again. It's about 4:30, so I've got to make it to site, which is probably about a 40-minute walk through beautiful creek systems, and set up camp and cook some dinner and yeah, just enjoy. I had to stop and appreciate this. Just like rock, it's like a collection of smaller river pebble. I presume it's a lava flow that has taken a section of a creek and amalgamated with the river pebble and then hardened. It's basically like aggregate and concrete. I don't know if you find that intriguing, but I do. I want to know more about geology, so am I correct, any geologist mates I've got? So thongs are probably not the most appropriate feet attire. That hurt a little bit, so I've got to watch myself. These there is no path, by the way. I'm going full off track here. A little bit dodgy. This is what I meant before about the ancient bedrock. Look at this place. It's just freaking amazing, eh? Look at the layers. Look at the folds of the rock that's kind of melted in place. Obviously, I don't know how. I need to know. I don't need to know, but I'd like to know more about how that was formed. And a little bit of history about this place. Actually, talking about the thongs are not the best thing to wear. Funny that they're actually a lot better than the first time we came here. We all brought no shoes and hammocks, no food, and that's about it. We all got really, really sore feet. I had grabbed a hammock that had been out in the weather for about a year, probably no one laying in it. Set it up that night, probably got there late. I set it up and fell straight through it. I was like, oh no, bro. Long story short, the next day we made shoes out of the hammock and the ropes that came with the hammock. And that day forth, this was called Camp Rope Shoe. And actually my mate Mitch wrote a whole freaking album worth of songs and called it Letters from Camp Rope Shoe. This tree here is called the Koya vine, otherwise known as wait a while, because you get it stuck on your clothes or your skin, you gotta wait a while before you get it off. You gotta watch out for it, eh? It's starting to get a bit dark. It's like, you know, it's pretty dense forest and all, but I was like, shit, where's that opening? So I found it, sweet. Look at this place, look at this place. I'm at home. Trying to remember which way it is, but maybe I can try somewhere new, find a new little cool spot. Although, it's gonna get dark in probably 40 minutes, not even, half an hour. So I'm gonna flip a coin. I got no coins to flip. Oh, let's flip a rock. Alright. So this side up, I'm gonna go right. This side up, I'm gonna go left. So I didn't want to go that way. Can't remember what's down that way, but I kind of know what's up that way. Should I go against the rock? Click here. Choose your own adventure. Would that be cool? Parallel dimension, choose your dimensions. Best out of 3. Alright. Landed side on and the rock broke. What does that mean? Well, I can still play it. That's cancelled out. I'll do 2 more. Oh, that's that way. So this is the decider. This is the decider, guys. You excited? I am. I'm trying to manifest that way. No, it's that way. Do I let a rock determine my life? Yep. Maybe the universe has destined me to go this way, and it has for some reason. And something I've been talking about lately is trusting. Trusting in that no matter what, even if it's shit, it's exactly how it's meant to be. No matter where I end up, it's gonna be awesome. What about here? See, I could just camp right on that rock. The thing is, last time I had this rock, and I'll show you a picture. That was my setup about 6 years ago or something. It was a really flat rock. That's where the red-bellied blacksnake lived, right next to me. So maybe the universe has said, you don't want to play with fire again. Who knows? Anyway, venture on. I want to tell a story about how good is walking through nature and being present. And then I walked into a spider web because I was getting my camera out. And that's what I want to talk about. In this video, this is what I want to talk about. And the reason why I like coming into nature and rock hopping and looking out for snakes and, you know, being very present, that's the whole thing. is to be present. Having the necessity to look at your surroundings is very high, because you could just step on a rock and twist your ankle. Now I think I might have 1 bar reception at times, maybe, you know, twice a day or something. So if you send a message, you might get through in 6 hours, who knows. But that's why I've got my drone and my modem set up like I did in this video. Clips onto my drone. Send her up for reception. For safety reasons, but it's just really important just to be very present. This is why I like doing this, because it brings me to the present. I have a monkey mind. That's why I went to Vipassana, to figure out how to be present. And look at your surroundings, and you might find a piece of fluff. What's that from, you reckon? Something tasty. I'm hungry. Alright. I was just having a conversation with a mate about eating roadkill. What's your thoughts on that one, eh? That's disgusting! But if you know it's fresh, what's wrong with it? If you eat meat, you don't want to know about the death. You don't want to know about that kind of stuff. But I think it's important to know where your food's coming from. And if you can be the owner of the knife that guts that animal, that's something powerful. I think we all should learn how to do that. Now, I've never done it, but I think I definitely need to make a point of doing that. So I'm going to do a video on that soon. That'll be interesting. That might make a few faint hearts go. I think I'm kind of feeling this spot. Oop. Oh. I think it's good enough for now. I can see some spots, like look up here. See how it's all sandy? I like that. That's a spot for the tent. I've got some nice fresh water to swim in, to shower in. And that, I think, is me for the night. You think you're right in the middle of nature and you look up. Sorry, not sorry for showing you that. So I got my tent set up. It takes about like 10 minutes to set up. It's a nature hike, cloud something or other. I'll post a link. It's a pretty good tent. I got the lightweight version. You got to treat it extra careful because it does get holes in it. Hence it was leaking at that last trip that I did. So I patched that up and I checked mom and it doesn't look like any rain coming, so sweet. I wanted to show you this inflatable mattress because I reckon it's awesome. It's one of the more comfortable ones out of the ones that I've had in the past. The ones I've had in the past, they always seem to pop. You wake up in the middle of the night and you're just lying on hard rock or sand or whatever. So check this out. So alright, here it is here. It's the Cedar Summit Comfort Plus. Cost me about 230 bucks, which is quite expensive, but so far it's lasted me about 15 sleeps or something like that. Not a problem. So I like how it comes with its own blow-up bag. Now check this out. Little nipple bit here fits in here, and you lift this up. See that? So that's one side. I'm going to do the other side. And that's it. Generally I lie on it and then I'll let some air out because that's too hard. You can get to this stage where it's just like really nice and soft and squishy. I think it's about under a kilo or something and it packs up really small. It's definitely my go-to mattress. Tasty biltong from Aldi's. It's actually really good. Pretty cheap. You get 100 grams for like $7. Now I was like, before I came here I was like, I want to do a fast. So I won't bring much food. So I only bought 2 of these. But damn, I just want to eat this whole thing right now, so bad. I've got to use my willpower to restrain myself. Let's see how that goes. So good. Nom 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 nom. Bit more. One bit more, okay? One bit more. Oh, look at the juicy. Hulk. And while we're on to talking about products, this is another Cedar Summit. It's like a bit of a Sea to Summit fan, isn't it? Not sponsored. Hopefully I will be one day. Might do some more reviews on this kind of stuff. This is a Trailhead TH3. I bought this in Tasmania because it was freaking cold down there in the middle of winter. It goes down to -1 comfort, and it's super duper warm and comfortable, so there's another recommendation there. And because I'm such a Sea to Summit fan, I've got a pillow as well. This is a Eros Pillow Premium Deluxe. It's a bit hard to find for some reason, but it's one of the most comfortable lightweight pillows on the market, I reckon. It's the same system as my mattress, so you just lift that up there and plug that into that. That's it. Super duper comfortable, normal house size pillow. It's awesome. Kapow! So I just had enough time to get a little fire going, have a swim and get some dinner on the boil. So tonight we've got a entree of fruit and nuts, and I got some spaghetti boiling with some stock powder. I'm going to put some vegetable chickseed poop. Dyslexia. No more comments. And I'm going to put some salmon in it. All I was saying is stock powder with the chickseed poop, some salmon, and that's about it. Mung that down and get some shut-eye. I'll see you tomorrow. I see you tomorrow. Chilling in bed, and you got these sounds around here, like there's a creek system, so the water is like falling into the rocks and making little gurgle noises. It sounds like a human voice sometimes. It freaks me out. So that's called the Babbling Brook. If you haven't actually heard of that expression, is from the creek sounding like people babbling. So yeah, it's an interesting thing to fall asleep to. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It took me ages to figure out how to talk to the camera because I had a shittest sleep ever. Because the wind was howling so freaking loud. It was epic last night. Halfway through the night I found some earplugs in my tent in a little pocket. I'm like, yes! Didn't really help much, but... I got porridge, fruit and nuts. Really good mix. No sugars, no honey. Didn't bring anything sweet because sometimes it's good to get away from the sugars and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm talking with a full mouth. How rude. My mama didn't teach me well. Yeah, so it took me a while to figure out how to talk to the camera because I was like, need coffee. And I chucked on my, just getting water out of the creek and boiling it up, it's all good. I chucked on some music, bit of ochre, which I've got going now. Good stuff. Bless Stu. Rest in peace. It's a bit sad. Such beautiful music. He left his mark in a beautiful way within about 3 or 4 albums. So that's inspiration for me to head in the same direction of leaving my mark. It's good to leave your mark on the world somehow. It's kind of one of my ambitions. I'm not having children, so I do want to leave a mark in some way. Got him. Hope no one thinks that's cruel to kill a marchfly. It's like they're coming into my territory. They're trying to suck on my blood. I'm territorial, sorry. I used to have this friend that was like, no, don't kill the marchfly. I'm like, sorry, I'm gonna kill the marchfly. Anyway, I had this music going in the background and I'm like, oh, this feels so good. Wait, I've got 2 speakers. Stereo, left and right, 2 little Bose micros. So I had them going left and right and I'm like, yeah, that's sweet. Needs a bit more bass. I'm like, why do I always want things to be better? I've got this desire for everything to always be better. Just like I want to invent some sort of little laser gun that shoots marshmallows down. I don't know. That was random. But you know what I mean? I don't know if anyone else has this thing. This is why I buy so much gear. and get depressed because I don't have time to use it all, and then I've got too much clutter in my life. And that's a book that I'm going to read today. I'm going to set up a hammock and read a book called Declutter Your Mind. Something that I really need to work on. That's why I did Vipassana, to be present and to let go of all these little things in my mind. Like, because I've got a monkey mind, you know, things are brighter, things are shinier. I'm like, ooh, I want that, I want that. It's all desires. I'm trying to get rid of my human desires. I mean, we have desires to eat. This is a necessity. It's not so much a desire. Maybe we desire things to be sweeter and tastier. Is that a desire? I desire to kill this March fly. What was I talking about? That's not a funny joke, is it? Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, I can't hear you because you're on the other side of the camera. Something I'm concentrating on is what desires mean to me and how to overcome desires. It's part of the reason why I come out here camping, is to simplify everything. Which is a bit of an interesting thing, because I go out camping and then I'm like, oh, I want my comfort zones. Oh, I want this, I want that. So I should look on eBay to see if I can get this better thing. It's a disease. It's called GAS, Gear Acquisition Syndrome. I've talked about it in the past. It's definitely a thing. So anyway, I'm going to stop bloody talking and enjoy my day. Talk to you soon. This is my solar charge setup. It's actually got DC out, which is 12 volt, USB-C PD, which means power delivery, which means it delivers around about 40 watts, and just a standard quick charge USB, so it's faster charge than your normal USB. But the USB-C is even faster, so for something like my Mini 3 Pro, this little drone here, this tiny little fella, so good, that's charging quite fast. Not at the moment, because now here comes the sun now, through the clouds. So look, that should crank up and get charging real quickly. So that's my setup. Sweet. Oh, and yeah, so this is a power bank that I'm going to put on charge after my drone's finished charging. This it has got PD as well, which is power delivery, and it's got quick charge, so it charges things quick, but it also can get charged quick off this panel, which is freaking brilliant. So this is powerful enough to run my laptop, which is a MacBook Air M1. It's just such a good setup where I can record music anywhere. And this will give me about 7-8 hours battery life or something like that, so it's a really good setup. And as for drinking water, I'm just getting the drinking water out here, but I'm using this thing. It filters out 99.9% of your bad stuff. I don't know what it's called. So you fill this up, that on there. Might be here for half an hour. There we go. That's crystal clear water. Taste the minerals. Tastes a bit creaky. It's not really a word, but probably 100 times better for you than the shit you get out of your municipal tap. Oh, what a sleepy day. What did I do? I read a book in the hammock. Just went wandering around, had a swim, lazed around, lied on the ground, took some shots of dragonflies. It was a good day nonetheless. I wrote a little tune similar to Ochre vibes. So now I'm going to light a fire. You get your thinner stuff and you kind of prep some bigger stuff. You just get it going straight away. You don't have to actually build the fire. And obviously slowly get bigger bits, chuck them on. Obviously it's going to be a bit harder if it's been raining. There's another technique. What are you doing? Some chunks I had last night. There we go, there's the fire. Let's cook some dinner! And for dinner it's nothing really exciting. Got a jet boil stove which I've buried this the gas cylinder just to get a little bit more stability, because when you got that weight on top, and you don't want it to be too top heavy, easy to kick over. So I've got some spaghetti in water, get that cranking. a bit of wind around, so I'm going to get my cutting board. Create a little bit of a barrier. Couscous. Said it right today. Well, you can't get that the wrong way around. Couscous. It's can't dyslexic. That's about all. Spaghetti, couscous, and a can of salmon somewhere. Yeah, so I've got the top of the salmon can. Yeah, that can be utilised in so many different ways. We just throw out so much rubbish in our day-to-day life. So I'm going to use this scraper, heel scraper. Are you sick and tired of sore, cracked and achy feet? Look no further. We've got the light up the fire in me. I've been starved of oxygen, but I know it keeps on going at the core. Good morning. I haven't had my coffee yet, so I'm not full of life, and I can't think of anything cool to say. But I'm going to go home today because I run out of food, and I'll get back to you after a coffee. Welcome to my kitchen. We've got some porridge cooking, a little bit more. I've got to stop remembering to use my left hand because I've been just coming out here has been so nice to chill, to calm down, to calm the mind, to stop the scattered thoughts, to live with the butterflies and the insects. And to just be at one with nature. The more time I spend out here, the more I realise that society is way out of balance. Society lives kind of separate to nature. All tribes of the earth, they used to live symbiotically with nature. It's something that we're really missing. And I feel and fear that we are on a track of annihilation, that our demise will be our own fault if we don't wake up and start living symbiotically and in balance with the earth, with nature. And living simply too. I don't think we need all this freaking technology. So I'm just watching this butterfly. I wish it to land on my head. That would be cool. Maybe on my nose even. Let's see if that can happen. See if I can manifest that. Maybe not today. I need to practice more. I recommend everyone does the same, just to see the importance of nature. Yes, it has some things to be scared of, but I'm more scared of society, to be honest. I'm more scared of the worries of the bills and the debts and the fixing the cars and just the build-up of all these things that are overwhelming to me. Is it an escape that I come out here? Partially it is, but it's really important to reconnect. Reconnect with the earth, reconnect with the spirits of the earth as well. Reconnect to our ancestors. Anyway, I'm going to pack up and go home, so thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Alright, good to go. Leave no trace. See you at home.